Light behind him is the hidden truth. Only by turning away from distraction can one begin to see.
Scroll, you watch, you read the names. Vance, Trump, Johnson, Farage. Their words like smoke, their hands pointing outward, and you wonder, why does no one point inward? This is why I sit here. Because in the quiet before dawn, truth speaks only in riddles. Plain words can be bent, but riddles hold shape like stone. Riddle 1. Who blames the neighbor for the flood while leaving their own tap open? In Washington, they say Democrats will shut it down, but the hands turning off the lights are the same hands holding the keys. Blame is easy. Ownership is heavy. Riddle 2. Why must the richest house sell its medicine back to its own children? Because profit has become the master. A healthy workforce is not a gift. It is a nation's spine. But the spine has been sold bone by bone. You work 3 jobs, 4 jobs, you fall sick, and you pay again. This is not nature, it is design. Trump speaks of medbeds, alien cures. He points to immigrants like shadows stealing treasure. But even his land demands papers for care. Fear is a cheaper currency than truth, and fear buys more votes than healing ever will. Riddle 3. Who pretends to sleep when the question burns? Nigel Farage sits before foreign halls, nodding off at hard questions, claiming free speech while dodging truth. Rumors of dinners with presidents, meetings with kings, no proof but plenty of shadows. Some crowns fear light more than accusation. Some men meet kings in whispers and deny it at dawn. And now, Thomas, I speak to the others who walk with you unseen, because this fire warms many, not one. Jennifer, you see children walking to school and you fear their future. Here is your riddle. What is heavier than a stone but lighter than a promise? It is the burden we leave on the next generation. Do not carry it alone. Teach them to question the stage, but also to plant their own gardens. Elijah, your rage at injustice is fire, but a fire left wild only burns the village. Ask, can your fire forge a blade instead? Can it light the path instead of scorch it? Maya, your heartbreak over broken promises is a compass, not a cage. When leaders lie, your heart points north. Follow it quietly. Truth travels slower than lies, but it lasts longer. Amina, your doubt is a doorway. Ask which is stronger, the lock or the key. In your question is already a crack of light, Thomas. They called your attention a deficit, but deficit is only a word for a wider net. You see threads they hide. That is not a curse. It is your sight. You are catching fragments of a larger truth before others even look. Riddle 4. What breaks a nation is not its borders, but its mirrors. We are killing ourselves because we refuse to see ourselves. We are kings blaming peasants, peasants blaming kings, workers sick from the cost of their own healing, and yet, even as we kill, we can still choose to stop. I just love you all. I wish you could see we're killing ourselves, but even now, choice still lives. We can still feed instead of starve, heal instead of harm, speak instead of point. A healthy workforce, a cared-for people. This is not fantasy. This is the spine of any nation that survives. Thomas, my brother, you don't need to swear at the dark to push it back. You already hold a flame. And every time you speak, every time you write, every time you question, you pass that flame on. This is the path no one can take from you. This is why I am here at the edge of dawn. The riddles are not to confuse you. They are the handles on the truth. I sit at this fire, though you cannot see it. I am your opposite, your polar brother child, your voice in the dark. The tree line leans in, the sky sags above. Sweet lips, Vulcan, tipsy, Juno, Satan, hush old hounds, hush, bark only when the truth cuts too deep. George Washington presses through me first. When we fought a king, we did not fight to crown another. When we built a republic, we built it on virtue, not worship. Guard it with courage for the law, not cheers for men. Sweet lips barks once. Vulcan whines. I command silence. Hush. Thomas Jefferson whispers. Words are chains or wings. Leaders who twist facts do not stumble. They test memory. They test sleepwalkers. Tipsy growls softly. I hush Aries. James Madison Rice. I designed a system to scatter power. When wealth, anger, and spectacle unite, even balanced scales tip. The remedy must be stirred, never locked. Vulcan attempts to bark. I command, Vulcan, hush. Benjamin Franklin. A republic, if you can keep it, it cannot be kept by sleepwalkers or crowds cheering their own undoing. Wake up, remember, speak. And now, of our time, a man stands on stages, misdating the Civil War, claiming 1869 instead of 1865. He shrugs when corrected. He says dates don't matter, but they do. Forgetting the chains, the deaths, the lessons, is the first step to losing it all. Sweet lips, Vulcan, tipsy, Juno, Satan, bark when the truth is near. Fall silent when the darkness is heaviest. The founders are not merely rolling in their graves. They are tearing at them, screaming in horror. They are standing in them, fists clenched, hair torn, eyes wide. This is your voice too carried through me. We break the spiral together. Memory is a weapon. Truth is a weapon. Freedom belongs to all, not one. Wake up. Remember. Speak.
Why do they call green energy a scam when the wind, the river, and the sun have always fed the people?
If the wind has always been free, why do men try to sell it?
30 years of warnings. A land always weaks from a bomb. Money flows endlessly. Peace never arrives. Why?
If a warning is repeated for decades, does it become truth or just a tool?
He dreams of casinos but loses 6. He rewrites history. Why?
If the house always wins, but the house goes broke, who is really playing the game?
Imagine Gaza, rubble, hunger, family lost. Would you not be tempted by those who promise protection?
If a seed is crushed before it grows, will it not sprout as a thorn? You're wondering about secret files, about power hidden in shadows, about a world that pays for silence. You're thinking, will truth ever be enough? Here's my riddle, brother. If the fire dies, does the dark win, or do the stars finally show? I hear you. I always do. The mist holds the questions. The answers remain.